Don't you ever forget this. I noticed that 4, actually 5, speakers spoke and he did not respond. Well, who knows where Miriam is when you are? And this is the words of your creator and mine. It's not mine, it's not someone's opinion. When you are greeted with a greeting, greet with a better greeting or at least return it. And what a greeting! It is the greeting of the people of Jannah. And there are 2 orders here. One is an order, the other is a recommendation. Respond is an order, it's not my choice. Respond better. I say Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Don't say wa alaikum. It is to respond. So there is, I don't know, maybe we are close to 100 in this room, maybe I heard 10 voices. Don't do that, you'll miss the focus. The best thing I heard today, may Allah reward you, which we miss all as women, is the focus. The focus. We are distracted, we're shattered, we go right and left. Anyone says something, we go. Stay focused. And after I listened to all the speakers, I said to myself, what am I gonna say? Subhanallah. But I need to bring you to reality. We lived in since the morning, since 11 o'clock, we've been living in the past. And I always say, Allah is my witness, I wish I was at that time. I wonder how these people didn't believe. Can you imagine in front of you what struggles they had? But we are His beloved, they are His companions. You know the hadith. We are the people who are loved to Him provided we deserve that title. So let's come to reality. We live in 2021, almost at the end. How many of you are out of town other than me? And I know, okay, so some of you are out of town, majority are Californian. So Sunday we are in November 28, 2021. I'm not living with Sayyida Fatima. I'm not living with Sayyida Khadija. I wish I am, no. I'm either a student and I'm going tomorrow to the college and Allah knows what I'm going to see without going into the details, right? I mean, I can share with you what she sees every day at Stanford, or if you are like me and Dr. Aranya, tomorrow we're going to work and we're going to reality. Or if you're going home, you're going to reality with your children and all the struggles of raising children in this day and age. Am I correct? So what do? Have you ever asked yourself this question? He puts me here. He did. He chose. And He is who, capital H, He chose me, or He chose for me to be in 2021. He could have easily made me with Rasulullah and breezed even the difficulties I'll breeze because He's going through it. But that's not His choice. And everything Allah chooses. This is the first thing. If you're gonna write anything as a woman, it should be every human being, but specifically women. Anything Allah chooses for me is the best. There's no other answer. I like it, I don't like it, it's hard, it's difficult. May Allah forgive me for this word that we all say. It's unfair, why me? It's higher. Then the next question is gonna come. What does He expect from me as a woman? That's why the title, The Muslim Woman. Are you? And I'm asking everybody, are you? I need an answer, I want an answer clear. Are you the Muslim? Are you a Muslim woman? Absolutely. Now the next question. Are you the Muslim woman He wants you to be? The like of Fatima, may Allah be pleased with her, of 2021? The like of Sayyida Khadija of 2021? The like of Sayyida Aisha of 2021 and like Sayyida Maryam of 2021? Yes or no? I didn't hear an answer. Or all are right, or not. Why? Have you ever asked yourself why? What is the difference? You need to ask yourself. That's how we change. Unless we know reality, we will never change. I can claim whatever I want to claim, but He knows my reality and He knows your reality. Why am I not? And all the speakers, may Allah bless them all, eloquently explained to you, they did not live easy life, they had all the challenges we have. What is the difference? Can anyone say any word? What is the difference? And what did Allah say in the Quran about this? Who can finish it? They say we are busy with our children and with our wealth, homes, career, how much we have in the bank account. She has bigger home, I need to do the same, she just bought this purse. Competition, I call it. It's so sad, but it's reality. Competition, shoes competition, home competition, children competition. We're busy with this. They had all this, but they did not allow it to move them away from Allah. Refocus. Exactly the word that Sheikh Hassan just said. I keep reminding myself every morning. Number 1, who are you? And I'm gonna give you one by one. Number 1. I and you and every creation of Allah from jinn and ins on this earth, we are here for one reason. And what is that reason? I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me. Worship me is a loose translation, it's a very loose translation. Because when I tell you what is worship, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? Fast pray, what's wrong with me? That's not it, that's superficial act of worship. It's everything. This is scholars that defined it differently. The one I'm going to share with you is the definition of Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, and it's very practical. You don't have to be scholar to be abd of Allah. In fact, most of the real ibad of Allah majority were not scholars. Act of worship. Everything Allah loves and is pleased with. He loves and he's pleased with. Look at this, internally and externally. So I'm not with people something, and when I'm alone I'm something else. Internally and externally, from words and actions. Words and actions. One more time. Everything Allah loves and is pleased with internally, externally, saying and actions. Then you are the servant of Allah. Then I am the Fatima of 2021 and I am the Khadija of 2021. May Allah be pleased with them, and Sayyida Aisha and Sayyida Maryam. If I follow this from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close my eyes to the last breath He is going to give me, if I live with these 6, then I am who He wants me to be wherever He will put me. As a mother or motherless, as a child or childless, as a professional or taking home or staying home, as a student or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is who you are or who He wants you to be. Are you? That's the question you have to ask yourself every moment. Since morning we are here where you are about Allah, inshallah, yes. But have I shown Him and I've said and did and acted and prayed in every way He loves and is pleased with? How many times? Let me ask you this question. When you want to do something, the question inside you, what will people say about you? Well, this person will be happy or that person will not. True or false? True or false? How many times you ask this question? Are you happy with me? Are you happy with the way I am, with the way I dress, with the way I speak, with the way I respond? Do we ask ourselves this? Do we honestly? You want to be the abd of Allah. You want to be the Sayyida Fatima of 2021. Work on your relationship with Allah. That's number 1. And let me take you through what He said about the Muslim woman in the Quran. Do you know that? Do you know Allah described us in the Quran not by name but what He wants from me? Yes or no? Absolutely. Unfortunately, we read the Quran, Ramadan is coming, and some of us have memorized, some of us understand, but where is the practice? Number 1, you look at yourself as a woman. You are 2 parts. You are external, the way I look, the way you look, and there is internal, only He knows. Let's take the external first, I'll leave the best for the last. What does He want me to look like? Not the way He created me, I have no choice in this. How does He want me to look like? What did He tell me? And He's saying first He said it to the men. This is one of the times where Allah separated the order. 1 for men, 1 for women, and came to the woman, say to the believing women, you and me, do what? I'm going to tell you what He wants from me. You say to yourself, check it, I do it, I don't, and if you don't do it, say why. Number 1, lower your gaze. How many of you lower their gaze when they are talking to the opposite gender, Muslim or non-Muslim? Don't show me hands, it's not about you, it's in general, whether with Muslims or non-Muslims. Lower your gaze, lower your gaze. That's who He wants me to be, that's what He wants me to do, that's what He's pleased with me. Then I am abd of Allah. Then I am Sayyida Fatima at work and I am Sayyida Fatima in college. What do you think Sayyida Fatima, when she was talking to Sayyidina? What you saying? She would be joking, and you know how we speak these days now? Lower your gaze, that's the first thing He said. Number 2, please forgive me, I don't mean anybody here. What do you wear? What do you wear? What is this focus on beauty external and no focus on beauty internal? And He said it will be that everybody wanted translate and explain the way they want to tell me hijab, and I don't want to use the word hijab. I'm going to use proper Islamic attire is not an obligation. Let them say whatever they want to say. Let's meet on this and let's answer all of that question. Don't show your beauty, period. And always women, when they ask me this, I'm sure all of you have heard this question. Can I put what about the Muslim nail polish? You all hear this question. I don't go through that. I say one thing, He said don't show your beauty. What does nail polish do? What does makeup do? And then you answer your beauty, ladies. And that's the hardest thing for the woman, one of the hardest things of the woman. When you are in front of that mirror, remember you are a servant of Allah. Remember this and say this to Him. Is this how you want me to go out? Is this pleasing you? Does this make you happy? If you hear the answer yes, go out. If you start justifying it, then you are not Sayyida Fatima this time. The way we look. I have no idea why pleasing people and pleasing ourselves is more important than Allah. It's astonishing fact to me. Everybody else is doing it. That's how I hear it, young and old, everyone is doing it. And I say, what about Allah? No answer. The way you look, what do you hear, what do you listen to these days with social media and TikTok and everything else, the poison around us? When you turn it on again, ask yourself this question. Is this pleasing to Allah? Is this something He wants me to do? And I said His name. Each one of us internally knows the answer, but you justify. You know He's not happy with what you are hearing, what you are listening to regardless. 3. What do you say? What did He say, this famous hadith about speech? Look at you or me and says I'll be dead right away. You are but doesn't come from vain. Do you see my point? It doesn't come because I am who I am or you are who you are. I have to earn it. And Sayyidina. And he said, Ya Rasulallah, are we going to be taken accountable about what we say? And he asked very simple question. He answered, may your mother mourn you, meaning you will be dead and your mother will mourn you. What else will put people into narration on their faces or on their noses in the hellfire but the harvest of their tongue? What do we say, women? And I specifically say here woman because we are more in that aspect. We don't like her, we don't say anything but our face says a lot. In masajid, I'm not saying outside. In masjid she comes in and everybody looks at her, and maybe this is the first time she ever comes to a masjid, and we start judging and looking at each other and then start talking. Watch your tongue, ladies, watch your tongue. Sayyiduna Abu Bakr held his tongue. Abu Bakr, who I and you, he held his tongue and said. Umar saw him and he said, what is this? He said, this took me through the path, meaning the wrong path. Jail it, as one of these scholars said, the thing that needs long jail is my tongue. You are a Muslim woman, you are the servant of Allah. Nothing comes out of this but what pleases Allah. And sometimes I say this to my soul. I wish I can have selfie 24/7 because there is selfie, by the way. They are taking selfies of everything we do and say and not do and not saying, and just let me hear and listen to what I say, Allah says there's no good in most of what they say. Listen to this. Most of what they say has no goodness. You say something to promote charity, any charity, not necessarily money, or you bring people together, rectify relationship. See what we say. Someone comes to you and said, she did this to me. Most of us do what? How many of us will respond and say, maybe she didn't mean it, maybe you misunderstood it, maybe it came the wrong way? What do we say? Really? And what did you answer? If I was you, I will not talk to her anymore. Don't do that. Your tongue. The way you look externally and the way you use your eyes, the way you use your ears and the way you use your tongue, the way you conduct yourself. Please forgive me. We live in a society, I'm a working woman and I know how difficult it is to practice what I am saying, but wallahi, only one who can help you is Him, and you can do it. Absolutely you can do it if you focus on it and you want to please Him and you turn to Him every morning. Make me do what pleases you, make me say what pleases you, and don't let me go to myself, don't let me alone with myself. How do we conduct ourselves with each other and with the other gender? Masjid, outside masjid. You know this word bashfulness, humbleness, the way you speak, the way you walk, and it's about a woman. And there's a reading they say, alas when she speaks. And this is in Surat Al-Qais's stories. When Allah mentions just before He married one of the daughters of Shu'aib. She came to him, woman, you have an opinion, say it, you are right, don't be shy, but be shy in the way you say it. She came to him. This is a woman, this is a daughter of a prophet. She came to him, said, Musa, and she said, come on in, my father is inviting you to thank you for what you did for us. But how did she say it? Allah said this, go back to your Quran. She talked to him with humbleness, with bashfulness, lowering her gaze lowered. She was not shouting, she was not walking in the masjid. Hi, how are you, how is everybody? And everyone has to hear what I am saying. That's not the Muslim woman. The Muslim woman, you know how I describe her? Very strong, very pious. Is the combination of the four you heard this morning from each one. Lower your gaze, dress properly, walk and talk with haya. Don't worry about what other people. I walk in my work, you know what I say? Allah forgive these people, they just don't know. That's what the Prophet used to say when he walked between his people and they didn't believe. They just don't know. And part of it is my fault because I'm not showing it, I'm not practicing it. Don't be like everybody else. Be who you are. In fact, who Allah wants you to be, who Allah wants you to be. And the last but not the least is, who are you internally? Will you be described as Sayyidah Maryam? How was she described in the Quran? There's no other description. The one who protected and guarded her private part, and she was of those who are qanitin. The person who is in complete submission to Allah, complete, not wishy-washy, complete and always in a state of worship of Allah, connection and submission. That's Sayyidah Maryam, that's who she was. Are you, when you're driving your car? I'm not saying when you are in the masjid or in Ramadan. I'm saying 24/7. You're driving your car, going to work, dropping your children. Are you Kanita? Can you be? Have you ever thought of this? Of course you can. The way you speak if you are alone, do you contemplate, especially living in this beautiful state? When you're driving, you contemplate on the things around you and look at the beauty of Allah. You're a Kanita versus traffic while I'm talking to my friend and Allah knows what I am saying. Then you missed it spiritually. Spiritually is what we need internally, this connection with Allah. A friend of mine just asked me the other day and she said, how can I always remember Allah? I said, He's around you 24/7. We are distracted. He's there. Look at this. What did Allah say about this in the Quran? Anybody can answer them? What did He say about that? Anyone say it, don't be scared, say it. But what did He say specifically about the drinking water? I gave you a hint. Do you see the water that you drink? How many bottles of water you see a day? How many times you drink water a day? Do you think of this verse? Most of you know it. Do you see the water that you drink? And to answer, Allah is asking rhetorical question, no answer. Did you send it down? That's what He said, or we. Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then He gives you a statement that by itself is enough. If we willed, we have made it bitter. So why are you not grateful? If you live this way in your life, in case you wonder how do I get there, how do I become that woman we are all talking about since morning? In every part of your life, in every minute in your life connected with Allah. In every minute in your life connected with Allah. You're eating, you're cooking, you're shopping, you're driving, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're stressed out, everything is not going well in your day. What do you need to do? Be that Kanita, be that Sayyida Maryam. Go to your room alone in your sujud, cry to Him and say, I can't take it anymore. You're the one who's gonna make it easy. Then you are Sayyida Maryam in that moment. And the last, and I'm gonna end up with this because I want time for questions and answers, and Allah said this, the real act of worship. He did not differentiate at all, He actually specified separate. And I want you to memorize this ayah. It's a long ayah but memorize it, it's worth it. I'm going to say one by one and I'll translate so you learn it. I don't know the number. The Muslim men and the Muslim women. Separate. This was the answer to the question of Salama. There's different opinion about it but this is one of them. Now look at all these descriptions He put, descriptions, and see where do you score. And the believing men and the believing women. What is a Muslim? The 5 pillars we all have. The Muslim, you and I, when we submit to Allah in everything. You came late, you planned it very well and you had the car and you looked at the GPS and everything was perfect. Guess what? You came in and took the wrong exit. Muslim. You submit to the will of Allah. You don't say why. I planned it. You're not a Muslim. The real word of Muslim I'm speaking. And the believing woman. You believe in the 6 pillars but you believe that what befalls you will never miss you and what misses you will never befall you. You are a believer when you wish for your sisters what you wish for yourself. You're a believer when your neighbor is safe because you are his or her neighbor. Look at the real picture of Iman. I always say this to myself, don't narrow this deen, don't make it too shallow, it's way deeper. The ones who are truthful, men and women. Truthful. And 2 things, look at your tongue again. It's truthful in what you say and truthful in what you do. You say, Allah, I love you. We all say that. You know what He says to me? Show me the love. And the moment the choice comes in between what pleases Him and what I like or what pleases Him and what people like, what happens? Which choice we choose? Of course the other one. And those who are patient, men and women, and not patient only because you're going through difficult marriage or because you didn't get what you want. Sometimes we have everything but we are bored. I need to be patient. Sometimes I'm sick. I need to be patient. Sometimes I don't get what I want. I need to be patient. As-Sabirin was Sabarat. And those who are humbly submissive, men and women, every act of worship has khushu, different than it. When you are in your salah like that Sahabi, if there is a fire in the masjid he didn't move. And those who give charity, men and women. And those who fast,